this is optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And today we're going back in time a bit to take a look at the 2006 classic deluxe class Mirage. Now, a reviewer of mine actually mentioned that I never reviewed this, and I was like, that can't be right. So I went back and I looked at my videos, and he's right, I never did. Or at least I did, and I took the video down because I honestly thought that I did review this guy. But I don't have a video of him, so here we go. Now, as I mentioned, this came out in 2006. It was a part of the very first classic line of Transformers that basically spawned into a whole bunch of different things, like Classic 2.0, the universe, all that kind of stuff. Basically re-envisioning a lot of those old G1 characters in new kind of modern looks and updating the figures themselves. Now, Mirage basically in this mode transforms into a closed canopy Formula Racer concept car kind of thing. And in terms of vehicle mode, the guy's fantastic. He's got a lot of wonderful little homages to a lot of different things. First, obviously, Witwicky spark plugs. Obviously, that's in reference to Sparkplug Witwicky, the dad of Spike in the original Transformers cartoon. I don't know what FP Racing stands for. I'm going to say Fun Pub Racing, but I doubt that's what it actually is. It's really hard to see, but right up in here, it says Plasma Injection Energy. Obviously, with a lot of the original classics, you have the nice rub symbol right there, and then number 26 on the side, and also here on the front, which is in reference to the number 26 that was on the original G1 toy. And then right here on the front section, it says Lithonian Drivetrain. Now, Lithon was the planet that was destroyed in the beginning sequence of Transformers, the animated movie. So a lot of wonderful little touches on here, and it's an absolute beautiful, beautiful toy. I really do dig it, although it looks like it's kind of separated there. Maybe the screw's not as tight as it should be. Maybe I should try tightening that a little bit, and that's a little bit better. But one thing that I always really kind of disliked about this was it's really hard to get all the wheels on the ground without the bottom kind of scraping. You can do it, but it's, I mean, and you can see it does roll, but for example, this one's kind of like a little flimsy here. It's not fully touching down, but it is accurate to how a Formula Racer kind of would be. I mean, very low to the ground, removing a lot of that uplift or whatever, I suppose. So really very cool. I love the translucent cockpit here. Very nice. Now, to transform him, you remove this, and this is his accessory. This is really kind of weird. Now, this is described as an electro disruptor, which is said to be able to create illusions and allow him to become invisible, which in the G1 cartoon, he didn't create holograms or illusions. That was Hound that did that, but he did become invisible. So whatever. It's a weird looking gun, but there you have it. So coming around here to the back, you just loosen this up, untab that, pull that apart, come on, and angle this back like so. Do that on here, kind of straighten this all the way out, flip these forward. These are going to become his feetums. It's a little bit loose on mine here, the ball joint, but obviously you can see he still stands fine. And you want to rotate him here. Well, here, let's do all this. Let's pull this out, rotate these out to the side like so. Then you're gonna spin them around, and then this is actually a really fun kind of transformation. You take this, rotate this down like so, and then you bring this section down, and then you kind of lift that back up, tuck this, lift his head, rotate his arms down. I really love the way that the chest here transforms. Do that here, reach in here, pull out his little hands. Come on. Oh, that one's really stiff. Come on. Maybe if I had fingernails, it would work a lot better. But I don't. There we go. So I just drag it out. And here you have Mirage. Now, some of the problems that this guy has kind of comes in his articulation. Now, it's really not bad. For its time, this was a very well articulated figure. One thing that I always wish it had was a way to rotate, like maybe at the knee or something, just add that articulation, because As it is, it only kind of rotates up at the hip area, and I mean, you can spread it out, it's not bad, but it was just a minor nitpick. But beyond that, this is a terrific figure. I love the way he looks. It's an absolute wonderful update to this character, and it just comes across absolutely wonderfully. I always loved this mold. One figure that I really would like to get at some point in time was the 2007 BotCon freebie, which was a blue translucent version of this guy, which was, I think they call it the hologram Mirage, but I would just love getting that figure because it just looks cool. All blue, kind of an opaque blue, really very cool. But the figure here, still one of the best to come out of Classics. Now, the head is on a little bit of a ball joint, and it also kind of looks up and down just as part of the transformation, and the head sculpt is fantastic. The shoulders here are on ball joints. They are kind of high on him, giving him a very weird torso thing because it flails out like that, but who cares? He rotates here at the upper part of the bicep. He's got dual elbow joints, which is wonderful. That's one of the great touches on the articulation for this. The hands go in and out, I guess. He can rotate at the waist. The hips move forward and back, in and out on a ball joint. And as I said, they do kind of rotate in and out. Nothing in terms of the upper thigh rotation, but he's got two joints here at the knee, I suppose, and then these little bits right here are sort of posable, but you're not going to get a heck of a lot of poses with them. But I mean, you got his weapon, peg that in there. I mean, like I said, this guy is just really very cool. And if he's not in your collection, he really should be. Now, the best place to get him is probably going to be eBay, but the prices kind of vary between $30 and $40, maybe even $50. That's a little high. If you can find this guy for about $25, $30, I would say that's a good price for him, especially considering, as I said, he's now a 7-year-old figure. But he absolutely is terrific and well worth having in your collection, especially if you're a big G1 fan. This is a wonderful update to that G1 character. How to transform him back, again, very simple. Just get that out of the way, rotate the hands down and in, kind of position the head. You're gonna lift this back. You gotta tuck his head back to get it to go all the way up in there. Then you're gonna rotate this torso bit, get that out of the way just like so, push that all the way up. Then you're gonna spin his lower section down, rotate this around, bring this in and just tuck that in just like so. Do that as well here, rotate that around so that the 26 is on the outside. Bring that in just like so, and then you're gonna create like a little hook section here that comes up in here and hooks into the lower section, holding the two halves together. Then just take the leg, fold this up, tuck that in, do that on this side as well, fold it up. And I love how as you fold it up, you reveal exhaust pipes here on the bottom. So very cool. Bring that up as well, bring the two halves together, give it a nice little push, put that down. Just kind of squeeze that together as much as you can. Bring these together, and you can see I don't have that pushed together all the way in the back. Then angle this up like so. Bring the electro thingamajigger, put it on there, kind of push everything in the bottom so that you can get the wheels rolling just like so. And here you have Mirage back in his vehicle mode. As I said, the first line of classic Transformers really was some of the best Transformers that we got in a very long time. And it was great that they actually went back to the original G1 characters to give us these new updated looks. Mirage here is an absolute must-have in your collection. This toy is just really so very fun. All the little homages on here just really make it a wonderful piece that just brings so much life to it and just makes them a terrific display piece. As I said, the only place really that you're going to be able to find this is eBay, and the price can vary, especially if you get them loose or if you get them mint in package. For me, I always do the mint in package version just because I don't like other people handling my toys that I'm going to get. And I don't necessarily trust them when they say that it's in mint condition, because it might not be. If it's in the box, I know it is. So that's always the route that I'm going to go. But you are going to pay a little bit more for it. Like I said, that's going to be around $50. And for a deluxe figure, that might be a little bit too much for some people. But for me, that's the way that I would go. But until next time, that's about it. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/teambotimus and follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.